Do you truly even know what happened this year? Well, just how Spotify has their end of the year wrap for your music, well, don't worry. We have 2021 wrap for you. Welcome back, Preneurs. Let's jump right into it. Your 2021 wrap for you, January. What happened? Let's give you the highlight reel. Well, we had the riots, January 6th. Everyone remembers that. How about the impeachment, the intentions to impeach Trump? But also Trump was banned from social media, right? You probably see it pop on the screen, all these different things. He got canceled in regards to what happened that month. How about February? Tiger Woods had a major accident with incurred, unfortunately, a lot more injuries for himself. We'll be talking about him in a minute. Valentine's Day. It's kind of weird. I don't know. This is the first Valentine's Day we ever had to wear masks. You went out. You know, it was interesting. You want to be lovey-dovey, but you're kind of smiling through a mask. This is the first one we've ever had to experience that. How about vaccines start coming out more and more and more. Kim Ye, divorcing? $1 billion divorce? You know, you heard Kanye say something like this, that the collaboration between the two is the best collaboration since Taco Bell and KFC. Well, Taco Bell and KFC hasn't split, but they definitely have split. How about another one? In March, your highlights is Iowa. Iowa voting law was one of the most controversial laws passed. And we'll be talking about that. You probably see on the screen right now. How about the Asian hate crimes? They're not even talking about being hate crimes, but in my opinion, if someone goes into nail salons and targeted a certain culture, ethnicity, such as what just happened, that's a hate crime. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened in the month of March. Another one is Freddie insurrection, which is a pretty big deal because he's a highly appointed official that attacked a police officer during those riots as well. So that happened all in March. That was a big time in March. Also, a king was born. I was born. Love March. That's a highlight. Just a little fun fact for you. Next is April. All right. So in April, what happened? A voting law passed. Another controversial ones where Texas passed this exactly. Another one is multiple shootings in a week. Okay, for some reason, this week fell upon everyone wanting to use their guns that week, right? So across the country, there was unfortunately, a lot of shootings from corporations to schools all in 1 week. It was crazy. How about the Minnesota protest? This was a big deal because he had body cams that actually showed evidence what actually really happened. So there was a lot of protests that started taking place in Minnesota because of what happened. Next highlights is in May. Let's talk about May real fast. Look at COVID vaccines start slowing down. We're all getting excited saying, well, maybe we're finally getting out of this, right? International issues start taking place. And this is a very big deal because you had in Brazil, Middle East, even Russia had school shootings taking place as well. Terrorists were bombing throughout the world. A lot of issues were happening in the month of May. How about your highlights in June? Well, what happened? Israel forms a whole new government. They said, we don't like our old government. We're going to go create a whole new one. That's exactly what happened. You had the Taliban overtaking a lot of parts throughout the country. They were intentional on conquering, and unfortunately, they were in those situations. And then you look at this one. This is really sad that there was a condo in Florida that collapsed. Well, over 100 people were unfortunately passed away in this collapsing of a Florida building condo. So that brings us to what? Next month, July. So what happened in July? You had the Tokyo Olympics. Okay, so much stuff was happening that I was talking to some of my partners, like, I didn't even know we had an Olympics because so much stuff was happening, right? You had hotel collapses in China, okay? You had also sanctions that also were taking place in Cuba. Those are some big deals for you. How about August? What happened in August? You had a bomb threat in DC, okay? You had the Senate seats opened up, right? Which changed a lot of different things and laws in different communities. But also was a really big thing happened was New York governor. He actually resigned because of sex scandals. That was huge. Let's go to September. Texas abortion ban. This is a very big deal because of different laws that are taking place when you can have an abortion, when you cannot have abortion. Very controversial right now. We'll be talking a little bit more on that in a minute. How about California recall election? They wanted Governor Newsom out. However, he's still there. How about violence? Starts taking place countrywide. People are tired of this pandemic. I don't know what's going on. They say, you know what? I need to relieve some stress. Violence starts increasing crazy. Then next is gun freedom in Texas, where you don't even have to have a license, all right? And no training to actually have a gun. right? That's actually a big deal. There's a lot of controversy will come to that as well, but that's all what happened in September. Let's look at October. Maybe some of you guys watch Netflix. Well, there is literally a battle going on there with Chappelle and Netflix with some of his jokes, right? How about the gun violence that started increasing? How about Texas restrictive voting laws, which is very big because it's starting to target a lot of different groups on being able to vote, from 24-hour voting to mail-in to different licenses now you need to have. This is all different things that all happen in October. How about November? You had Virginia election that took place where you had the Democrats versus the Republicans, and the Democrats had a major lead and they were supposed to win, but surprisingly the Republicans did win that election. How about Tiger Woods? This is breaking news, where he hasn't even spoke since February, when he had that injury take place, where he announces that I'm literally going to retire because of all the injuries that I have health-wise. Another one is new COVID. We thought we were out of this thing, right? But now we have a new variant coming out all of a sudden that is definitely affecting all of us in the way we live in currently right now. The second story, last month of the year, which is December, LeBron James, COVID-free. Got COVID, he was vaccinated, got COVID, now he's COVID-free. Thank God, Nike get back to playing. First case of the new COVID. And Omicron, the new variant, right? I may have said that incorrectly, but all over Twitter, all over Facebook, all over Instagram, they're not calling this, they're calling it Omarion, right? Which is one of the singers dances as well, which is pretty exciting. Not at all, by the way, right? Well, Preneurs, that's all we have for you today. If you did not know what's going on in 2021 or you missed some things, hopefully you're caught up. Go and like, share, comment, go and click that notification button if you haven't